All right, let me continue with part 2. You have a right to choose a driving school that you like. It's your money. Choose wisely. Go to their testing ground. Watch how they treat other students. Check if you will have a good relationship with the instructor. Speak with him or speak with her. Ask the right questions. Ask how much they charge per lesson. Ask the duration of the lesson. How long does that lesson last? They have a habit of stealing time. We have seen them doing it repeatedly. Before your time can be over, you'll be told that do it 2 more times, so we can call it a day. We will practice again tomorrow. Hold them accountable. It's your time. You're paid for that time. You're paid for that truck. You're paid for that diesel. They shouldn't give you any excuse. Let them know from the get-go that you are so disciplined and you are so detailed. If you agree that a lesson takes this time, you will expect the lesson to take that time. You're not going to accept any of your minutes being taken away, so that you guys can agree before you can even make a payment. Speak about the sessions. What is his plan? Where are you guys going to start? And where are you guys going to finish your practicing? Know your weaknesses. Know your strength. Speak for yourself. If you negotiate with him, since you guys are now in business, since you guys are working together as a team, know your weaknesses and know your strength, so that you can spend more time in your weaknesses, so that you can become better. If clutch control is a problem, then you speak about that I think I will have a problem when it comes to clutch control. What is your plan towards that? So that you can find a solution. I've seen many students who contact me, listening to my videos, and they're saying your method is easier. I failed using my instructor's method. And I was talking to my instructor about your method. I want to use your method. And the instructor said no. You are going to have that problem simply because of you are not clear from the get-go. So you should be involved in the planning and the preparation. I've seen many trying to regain their money after they horribly failed, after there is some misunderstanding, because of they didn't communicate well. Don't be afraid to be honest. If the person will call you problematic, let him call you whatever he calls you. You are there because of one thing. All you need is a driver's license. You're not there because of you're asking for a hand in marriage. Whatever relationship you're having with that person is not a lifetime. So make sure that you guys work together, you understand each other, you respect each other, so that you can both achieve your goals. Yes, they have a habit of telling you that it's better if you take a combo, you pay for all lessons, and don't worry, I'm going to teach you. You pay, you don't ask questions, you don't strategize with him, you go home, and you're only told when to come. Now they squeeze you after you paid full amount of price. Now all of a sudden you are rushed in your lessons. Even if you are not ready with step heel, they're telling you that don't worry, we will practice again tomorrow. Time goes by. Sometimes maybe you are busy at work, you don't have enough time to practice. They blame it on you. You're a family person, maybe you have an emergency. You have to go and attend some family issues. When you fail, the person is going to blame it on you. That yes, I've been available, I've been waiting for you, but you were nowhere to be found. You were busy with your family stuff. So now when you're failing, you want to blame me. You have to communicate from the get-go so that you can also plan your schedule proper, knowing that on this day and on that day, I'm not available for any girls' trips, for any girls' night, for any friendship, or for any family what. I am focusing on my lessons on these days. Let it be known by everybody that on these days, during this time, you are doing your lessons. It becomes easy that way because they have a habit of encouraging you to pay for all the lessons, but end up giving you few lessons simply because of the excuse. Some days will be like, oh, the truck is not in good condition. We took it to service. Don't worry. We're going to fix that. Do not be comfortable with the word do not worry. You should worry. Because days go by. I see a lot of people panicking, telling you that, my learner is expiring next month. I have to go and book again. You are under pressure now because of someone was telling you not to worry. And you listened. You didn't worry. And now you are worrying now because now you are left with 1 month. So they have a habit of doing that. And obviously, they're doing that so that they can get extra cash on the side. And others will tell you that you can pay for all these lessons, but in the books, you end up seeing that they recorded other lessons and other lessons were not even recorded. So you need to be hands-on when it comes to your lessons. Many people go with driving schools, but when they are there, they become a student and they become also clueless. Don't be a learner who is clueless, because they will tell you when to jump, how to jump. You are there to learn how to drive, not to be less of a human. Everybody started there. You are not the first person to be a learner. Some of us, we didn't even do things via driving school. We didn't have money. Nobody wanted to share any information with us. I had to find the things the hard way. And I had to learn the hard way so that I can pass my test.